Hello there. Oh god, that jumped straight into the red. Thanks, stream, you pain in the backside. So much scuff today. So much. But hi, and welcome to the continuation of Chef Life, a restaurant simulator. By me, the crazy person that was once free from this industry and is kind of playing the game because apparently I hate myself. So I have made a few changes since the last time we played on stream. Redecorated the restaurant, changed the character a little, been working more on the menu. It is currently at a stage where it's going to more hopefully increase the two sous chefs' skill and their storyline so they can get better. Now, I already did that. But, well, we can do it again.
What do you need for the daily service?
What do we need for the daily service? How much money do we spend? I think I just ordered a plate. No, I need more meat, more fish. Less of that, more of that. More veg, and that rounds us up.
I do the rounds of the suppliers and then
Although it would really matter if I did order too much because we can just, cycle it through. But a fresh order of everything is always better. Me, who has lost the fryer. So while we wait for that, I guess we'll just go over to... Oh, veal meatballs, diced pancetta. I'm pretty sure last time I played this, I actually succeeded on getting her to do diced pancetta, and yeah, for some reason it hasn't advanced that, but it has advanced that for Kasim. So maybe it's more of a do it during service thing. I think that's where I'm going wrong. You can always have a look through everything. The classic beef bourguignon. Um, I can do that during service, or I can get them to do it during service, so that's not too bad. I think I've leveled up her enough to do the meatballs, and I can finish them in the stores. I think I added that yesterday for Steam, and we've got that one on there just for him to do as well. I know pasta is like a single portion per dish. So it might just be a case of go into service, let them handle everything. Because Team's the one that more or less is about to level up, if we get it right. Make sure one of them's clean.
How's it going?
So you can have a day off clean. You can just make extras. And you're cleaning anyway, which is fine. And hygiene's nearly full anyway. So let's skip straight over to service. I've already ordered, so I can't flex around with the pricing. Hey, I was offered a day-long training seminar on a product I don't get to use very often. It's just for today, and I could learn a thing or two that could be useful. Well, honestly, I need you here today, so... If we were working on the other person, sure, that'd be fine. But because we're focused on theme... Hey, with all the customers we have, I looked into hiring a new chef. Another new chef. I found someone great, an expert in vegetarian dishes. You're going to love it. Ah, a new KP. Cool. He starts tomorrow, but he came in today to meet you. His name is Jiro. Never thought I would leave my food truck and go back to working in a restaurant. But Kasim believes you in your vision, and it's his enthusiasm that convinced me to join your team. I'm passionate about vegetarian cuisine. I feel that's where I can really express my creativity. I hope we achieve great things together. Chef, I have a good feeling about you. Jiro's joined your team as a chef. He is meticulous, organized, and driven by the desire to create high-quality vegetarian cooking. You can assign him a task to help you in the kitchen, but make sure you keep him motivated. See, last time I played this was pretty early on when the game dropped, so I never unlocked Jiro. Which is interesting. But it's not like we have a lot of vegetarian dishes, though. Yeah, what? Buh. The annual boat race is upon us, Chef. Are you ready to set sail? I don't like boats. Any fans of sailing like our mayor come to the beaches to unwind. Maybe you could adapt your menu. Let's move that boom mic a bit. Menu to grab the attention. I've heard that sailing stimulates the appetite. You're the captain here, of course, but think about it. So I was also watching the audio level on my microphone there. So basically an event, that's fine. The thing about events is you're not forced into a time limit. He says checking everything to make sure. Yeah, we're fine. Fine. Where is Jiro on this? So for a guy that is passionate about vegetarian cooking, he wants to do a lot of seafood. Bro is a pescatarian cook. Bro is a pest. We'll worry about him tomorrow. It does feel like I have two chefs that could work well with seafood.
I need a challenge.
But at least that gives me now a full kitchen rotation to work with. Beef bourguignon. I was going to get her to work on it, so I'm going to get Kasim to quickly not jump on that. So we can do chips. He can't cook mussels. Clam mussel.
Okay.
I want you to focus on that dish.
On it.
While I work on the beef, I guess. been a while since I played this game, so that's kind of why I've left that to a bit of a last minute thing. But it's fine. I need to dice up my bruschetta, and I need to cut my vegetables. Grab all seasonings. Good job I got him to work on those meatballs. Be on high. Lot. Left, right, time. Not enough salt. While that's doing its thing. Seem to work on that. He don't do... Oh, he can. Wait, no. He is. Okay, that's fine. Quickly go back to here. Put these in. Cover. Do beef grinding. I think I might leave that there until the end of service, just in case I do need more different cuts of meat. But once that's done, I can basically come off on here and sit up here. So we've done the cubing. We just need to cut the onion, garlic, and parsley. And chicken. No, not what I want. Oh, you dickhead.
I don't know what to work on.
I've got something on.
Leave it to me.
Do that. Alright, so we've got the beef bourguignon done. He's got the mussels starting. Got a feeling I've done that for the wrong dish. Don't worry about it. Sure, we'll probably one of them. Don't do that. Cool. He's done the chips. We just need to do the shallot and parsley again. Weird. Shallot's gone. Moral of the story here is prep. I need white wine.
Feel free to get me working on something. I can help.
Take out muscles, put them there for the moment.
I'm available if you need anything.
That's that. Done that. We just got to serve the mussels. With the mussels, it's the meatballs. Oh wait, we have crushed garlic here. Yoink. And back you go. Right, cool. Give me that. A lot of salt, a lot of black pepper. I'll give you 2 cranks of both. 1 more of you. That job's good. Alright, while this is sorting itself out,
I don't have anything to do.
we're going to take... I'll at least get 2 of these dishes out of them. 1 check, 2.
Here, take it.
Still raw, my friend. It's still raw. Raw. It's still raw. Alright, serve that.
Thank you.
And good to see you, Waka. How have you been? Good lord. That's a lot of ball. I think that still leaves us with 2. You get 3 sermons out of this. We don't need pasta. We just again. Him. Haven't got the beef bourguignon sitting there. So that's fine. Just got to finish this off. Good. I like giving you raw food out of everyone. Might also help if I turn my own fryer on. And the oven just because. Right, we've got the chips, we've got the mussels working.
What task can I help you with?
Won't need the potato, he's done that bit. Anti-mussel. Meatballs aren't close. Actually, I don't really need the pasta either, but I'm going to keep that in my pocket anyway. Your link broke on my server. I'm just going to fix it. Please and thank you. I think I'm having a lot of scuff with trying to get that post out. Twitter was like, nah, bro, you're not doing anything. But thank you, Amani. Spicy chop, chips are done. Hot washer. Salt and black pepper. Oh, just black pepper. Right. Well, you got a little bit of salt in there. Some good texture. Parsley with the wine. You like some wine? That's gonna cook up
Do
quick.
you need my help for anything?
Sit there. That got scuffed. That got scuffed hard. Alright, all three of them. We need that. We need the chip. Going for the beef. And now we fire like a crazy person. How are things going on your end? They're going all right. Still a bit bummed about the D&D game, but I'll live.
The new table has ordered.
But yeah, I've just decided to like focus on work, focus on upcoming college stuff in September, August. Might be going on a trip in August actually. And my balls are cold. The one thing I do not like about this game is we don't do anything under the hot lights. Why? Every kitchen you actually work in, you have hot lights at the front to stop this, basically. But for some reason they were like, nah, it has to be an individual unit in your kitchen. Sure, it's an option.
Food will go down well.
Yeah, well, kiss my ass. I mean, it wasn't that with the D&D game. I was basically losing 3 players all at once. And my biggest mistake was just practically trying to keep that game alive from Timeless Wanderers. I kind of openly admit that what I should have done was just a fresh game. Does this require garnish in any way, shape, or form? We got the pasta, we got that. Cool. Why don't these work all of a sudden? I mean, it was made by Namco. Well, it was distributed. The game's distributed by Namco, but it's made by a different development team. And I guess they wanted it to not be as realistic, or maybe it's something they do in the States and they don't have hot lights on their passes, which I'd find really weird if that were the case. Than that. Maybe, but with the Timeless Wanderers, I still don't think you'll find any of those left behind complaining over the game itself. We had fun in it, and if we ever return proper, I'm sure we will again. We sure will. Yeah, it was mostly, for one player, it was a case we couldn't nail the character to a point where we were both happy with what I had planned and what they had planned. And with the other 2 people, it was my DM style
Help for anything?
wasn't what they were used to. Um,
Thank you. It's on its way.
which all their comments were fair, and we had a separate discussion and talked about it. And quite a fair amount of it I agreed with. But at the end of the day, I definitely felt like I wasn't enjoying things anymore. Need more beef. Do we have any leftover beef? No, we still got 3 portions of them, 3 of them. So I need... What's my beef on?
Working with that ingredient is so fun. Sure thing.
And stuff some mussels in my pocket. But also with all the turnover and from that game, it just felt like I've got to come back with a fresh story. And with how much of the world I built out, it's pretty much gone beyond the initial pitch of what Asteros was. That's it, don't you pass that. But if I do start... The suggestion was they'd be happy to play if they were like bite-sized games again. Or, not again, just bite-sized games in general. They might be like one-shots, they might last a month. I'm not too sure on like what would be too long in that sense. Like, I don't think there'd be enough... We can't really cover enough by doing a one-shot. Oh, I do need to do garlic. But I definitely do want to do a story that's more in Lycara. Put Astros to the back for quite a while. And see where we go from there. I definitely want to invite a few more people. That's not gonna burn. Oh, I might need to stir it though. This is often how worlds expand. After all, as you said, this was just a bit of it. Even if we had years of time to sit, and I'm sure we'd never see everything, just like in real life. Even the writers of great stories never tell everything or stick a lid on it. And stick your fucking veg in. Show everything, give spice through. Though to know there is always more in some capacity. Yeah, because I was like creating... Astros was within its own universe, Lycara was in its own universe in the Koltaro region. Then you've got other universe expanding from that. There's different realms that I was working on. And everything just got so big.
I don't know what to work on.
And I mean that in a good way. Everything got so big. But a lot of the characters I was trying to like preserve, like Kari, for example, the player really was undeserving of trying to keep alive in that story. The character undeserving to keep alive in that story. And a lot of that does stem from personal, but it did take from, I think it was Shan mostly that pointed out how they're behaving behind my back, how they're acting in general. Just quietly say nothing and remove any trace of that character. But it was a very hard thing to, like... I couldn't do a full retcon because that's a lot of story we'd have to go back over. And... yeah. Because before you joined, it was I didn't want it to be as railroaded as the game was getting. I haven't seen some shit. And I wanted to basically stick a map in front of everyone and be like, wherever you want to go, go. I think my failing on that was there wasn't much of a narrative reason I didn't open it properly, which is fair enough. Lesson learned. But how I was delivering the story was definitely not how I wanted, not what I originally envisioned either. Like, you could have just said, in character or out of character, really, oh, I want to go explore the mountains up to the north of the main continent before you catch the train to Academia. And there'd be content. You could have gone anywhere. I would have made content. Even if it wasn't related to the main plot of the story. And I suppose I just got used to it with the first batch of players.
We did a good job today.
Like, we still had some really good experiences in that game. And there was really good moments, like, what you did for opening the portal to the Feywild. That was amazing. That was really fun to watch. The RP between Peeb and... not like our brain. Kin. That was good coming up to the end. And... yeah. And the first batch players, they never gave me feedback on, like, what was going on, what I was doing. And then with the players we were left with, I was getting a lot of feedback. Things that they said, could you implement or could you not do? Because with, one of them was, again, railroading. And I was going to put that properly into effect once we got to the Bay Capital. So I left the train on the railroads just to get us from the mansion to the capital, and then it was like, off you go. Leica would have loved to do that, and if things didn't go, feeling of time slipping and things going as wild as they did, I would never dragged people everywhere. Yeah, but the season we left it on was kind of Leica had the spotlight, and everyone else was playing their own bits and creating their own moments within that spotlight as well. Like, even though the spotlight is mainly focused on Leica, there was still potential for every other character to shine in their own way. Or jump on and join in with it to shine in their own way. I don't know. We'll see how things go, because like with game development college coming up, it's like I know 3 days of my week is going to be on that. The rest of them I need to work to make my hours. Oh, thanks for the follow. My alert went off, but I didn't catch your name. Ow. Kick the desk. Do apologize for that. Let me find you. Actually, let me refresh my page because I think that's being weird. Where are you? Where do you settle? Whom is this? Uppermost tab. Thank you for the follow. That's recording it, but I don't know why that's not recording it. Weird. Mod view. Why are you drunk? Anyway, maximize the screen again. Have a quick look at Discord. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, it's a shame that it ended, but it also popped up at a good time for a lot of other reasons. And like, I almost got a pet. I mean, I never planned on the Mimic House becoming a pet. I think what I probably would have done was shrink it down to pet size with a capacity of it can, like, grow with whatever it's increasing. I don't know. I didn't really work on it for a time. It was just put on the list of what players would want. All those dishes we prepared have given me lots of ideas for my own recipe. Thanks again. So cool. That's Broco nice and happy. Hey, those dishes gave me all the inspiration I needed for my own recipe. I've gone back to something I'd started at school, but because of my student job, I didn't have the time to work more on it. But now I have the time, so there's this dish I want to make, but I want to do it differently from how it's traditionally prepared. It will be an improved version and plated in our own style. I just know we can come up with something really unique. I know. Just wanted to let you know you were missing out on the chaos. I was to bestow to the people of the Fae. Yeah, I did, like, have some interesting ideas. Like, how Laika was going to react to, like, the initial tests and stuff. Hello, can't stay long because I need to sort out dinner in a bit, but wanted to drop by. Hi, Bex. Bex's present says, killed me. They are very stinky. I see good Bean. I give Bean a follow. Yeah, so RB Illustrated has now started streaming. Please jump over to their Twitch channel and drop them a follow. They are amazing Bean. They are an extraordinarily amazing artist. They're very detailed, and I've seen their sketches, and Corporate would like you to find the differences between these two images. And it'll be a hard challenge to find the two differences between these two images because their sketches are just as on par as their full commissions. So I haven't got the free hands to drop a link, but if you click their name, you can quite easily find their channel. Drop them a follow. They've just recently hit affiliate because they are that amazing. Feel free to subscribe. They are hugely supported on this channel, and they are a very good friend. And that's pretty much my year allowance of being nice to Bex, so do not squander this kindness. But yeah, going back to the D&D game, and I know I've kind of stopped pausing because this is going to be long. I was interested to see how Laika was going to react. One of the first tests was going to be conducted within the ball. And basically what Vi was going to do is be kind of enticed by Sue to sit onto the Fey King's throne. And by Fey law, it's kind of a no-no for somebody who's not in the position of king or queen to sit upon that throne. Very medieval take on it. Thank you for being my friend. Oh, buddy. I'm chucking you in the sea in Brighton, just saying. And basically, it was to gauge the reactions of the people as part of the crown contest, how they would react. How would they get this innocent child off this throne? And I use the word innocent lightly, but if you don't know, you don't know. And basically, all the cosmic gods that were in attendance, and there was only going to be two. It was going to be Tsunaki and the cosmic god that resides over the universe where Lycara resides. Hers I never got to finish. She's more of an intellectual, so her test was going to be more mind-based. Something to think about. Dreading pulling a puzzle out. And basically, if someone tried violence against Vi, that would have been an instant fail, and that would gauge a reaction from Sue of how to protect his child. And it various depended. Lilith is more cunning. Lilith would probably get very close to the answer, I wasn't sure if I wanted her to. She was definitely going to pass, but I wasn't sure of how I wanted her to pass. Lyca was going to be completely in. You were going to be in the driver's seat for Lyca. It's your character, and it was interesting. It would also introduced a young Dampier girl who was anointed. There was a moon thing, and I might come back to it, so I'll actually skip that bit. Her name was Sylvie. She's the same age as Vi, so she would have been introduced at 9. And I think incorporating her into the story as a potential ruler of the Fae would have given Lyca more food for thought of, should he sit on the throne? Should it be somebody he agrees with more? Should he sit on the throne? And if we look at a scale of Lyca wins the crown contest, at the finale of the season, we were going to find out that they've been secretly housing... Sorry, I've just got to fiddle with my volumes here. We were going to find out that there was this large red egg with a face. And it's something that has been sealed in the Fae for a very long time. Let's try 8.5. And the steward that was presiding over the crown contest, you'd find out he was the first Fae King. And he's been holding these crown contests not just for someone to take over the throne, but to take over the responsibility of keeping the seal of the second calamity intact. And during the process of there not being a king is why this mist has been leaking out into the Fae, why all this fucked up stuff has been happening in the Feywild. I was trying to work on some hag bits for Steam, trying to set up very small little niggly bits for the following season with the rebellion against the Ruby Empire, stuff for Peeb, and things like that. And as the overall plot was expanding and expanding and expanding, where the concept of the NC started to come into drastically changed on me creating not the big bad for that campaign, but an overarching big bad for all the game, for basically everything. Alright, TV, calm down. They're not going to be like your typical, they're evil for the sake of evil. It was a character concept I've been popular... not Twitter. TikToker who has a character named Hugh. The Dark Ringmaster or something. I watched one of his TikToks and it like made me think that is an interesting character concept. How do I translate that into a character? How do I basically translate that type of character into something that I like? And it's not like we're just gonna make Hugh. We want those little story beats that Hugh is a part on for this person's character, and how they're not good, they're not evil, but they can be. It was really interesting, and that's kind of what I was trying to TikTok, mull over in my mind. And that then led to the creation of the Silent Kingdom, which was a different concept that I wanted to work, which is another realm within the NC's mythos. For like game development side, I created like a third universe to like be used for game development projects, which then all these stories would then mesh and meld together. And depending on how many games, I like try to forward my thoughts to like, say we complete 4 campaigns, and we keep that number of 6 players. Oh, 6 campaigns, sorry. Picking each player's character from each of these campaigns, and then for the very final, the end of the whole NC story, we take from the Timeless Wanderers. Esteem was already my pick. So, say Bex was gonna join us for like right at the end, ask them to replay Esteem. You would make a character, and they were my personal pick for like game 3. they would come back in that, but you never pick the same player's character twice. So then by that time, we have these legacy characters from all 6 players, and they would be the ones that would kind of be reset to level 1. Everything is still canon of what they did, and they would then go after this overarching big bad that has been taking part in all 6 of these games, or however many we end up going with. And then they're like the characters, the personalities that have to go, does this person need to be stopped? Because at the end of the day, he does need to be stopped. Because for what he ends up doing... Hi, Scott. At the moment, I've called the character Abaddon. And for what Abaddon has been doing and what we find out, and it is something that I'm going to still use as the overarching branch to everything within the NC. He does need to be stopped, but it's kind of like the dilemma of, well, he's done this, he's helped that party with this point, he's probably a patron to this character at some point, or is still the patron of the warlock, the cleric, the paladin. Maybe all 3, maybe one of them. We don't know. So that kind of gives you, we're not fighting evil for the necessity of this is a big bad. It then changes the dynamic. They then have access to everything across the universes that get created within the NC. And basically, it's not a narrative railroad. It's a case of, here's a ship, here's the Timeless Wanderer. It has this engine that is connected to the Weave. Go. Pick a planet, pick a universe, pick a star, have your character point up and go, I wonder what that's like, and go. And then you'll have that world, you'll have that biome, the environments. What do you want to do? Is it a water world? Are we going underwater? Is there going to be tons of... I've forgotten what the sea race is called now. Tridents. Tridents? Tridents. Is it going to be mostly populated by them? Is it going to be a race of dark elves that have evolved to be part of this planet? What stories are going on here? And it kind of really... It doesn't take away the fantasy aspect. It does really drive home the sci-fi. But as you get onto a planet, one doesn't overtake the other. We keep chopping, changing, balancing. Yeah, Tritons. And that's kind of where I wanted to go as the overall arch of the whole thing. And it's still the direction I want to go. But I kind of have to, like, mini bad end the Astaroth story. And by that, it's definitely, I think, Lycar's going to get the throne. He's going to be aware of the second calamity, that it's imprisoned within the Feywild, what he's got to maintain, and he takes over the role of the steward during the crown contest. And it's now his job to find this person within these crown contests, not just to rule. And then when Lycar finds this person, Lycar can then rest. Kind of like the whole concept I introduced with you from that character from, what's the movie called? The Holy Kingdom or something. But anyway, that's where that started to run for me. And Lycar could quite easily be a character that could turn up 4 games in, 3 games in. He could nail it by the second game. I don't know. It was something I was going to try and keep in contact with you as you kept being a recurring player. I could be like, what does Lycar think about this if Lycar finds him or sees him? And it might be someone that's completely derived from Lycar's current design. Just like interacting with it, and it's like oh shit, Lycar is there. Lycar is watching this person. What is Lycar doing? And then it's still like that player's input of their opinion. Esteem, as they were my first pick for that campaign, they would have been a sippy. Yes, I would have drank Esteem. They would have been probably the most vastly sidelined person because of them being that that end legacy character. However, obviously their story wouldn't be done. They've still got a life to live. And then still going back to that, and I wasn't going to like tell the players who was going to be the pick. Yeah, Steam could still come along the side. Like I said, Steam's still got to live his life. How he was going to live that life, interesting, but something I'm not going to see now. But he who. But yeah, there is still a whole plan to the whole thing. No. Steam still had a connection to the Weave, but we kind of changed it to something else. Something that was more comfortable for Bex. But at being touched by the Weave, it doesn't necessarily end up... There's still going to be a physical aspect to you still had a connection to this thing. Don't say you're sorry. You're like I said, probably before you joined, the reasons in the conversation were still valid. Just means I need to take a step back and work on my style and get myself to the style that I originally wanted anyway, not this railroad. Or if I feel like I have to railroad something, maybe say I need to railroad from here to here, just so players are like, okay. I don't know, it's a learning experience. It was my first DMing moment, and it still lasted 4 years. But doesn't mean I'm done. Alright, seems all happy and bubbly. I've kind of turned this into like a chat stream more than a playing game stream, so sorry about that. So, what does Kasim now need? We'll see that character more tomorrow. Comfort food, seafood, his has gone up. Character has made a request. Kasim thinks his new dish will be with a new plating would help him complete his own recipe. Unlock the recipe of oven roasted sea bream and vegetables. Upgrade the recipe sea bream with fennel and citrus fruit glazed with asparagus. So we've got to keep making that until that comes back up. Make the recipe baked sea bream with Kasim's help. Create a new plating for the sea bream. Basically, make it. Get the oven roast with fennel, and then start doing it with Kasim. Quite simple. I don't think I've learnt it though. So oven roasted sea bream and vegetables. Just some simple dishes. No, I don't think I have. Got baked sea bream. Still learning, so we'll pin that. Next page. My balls need upgrading, my muscles need upgrading. Basically, might as well just make a whole menu. Casual cuisine. Unlock baked sea bream. No, so I reckon that is the one I've got to work on. Yeah, this is already popping. So what we want to do is incorporate some very simple dishes and make that speciality. Just so we get these chefs upgraded. So beef bourguignon, very simple. We'll keep that on there. Still got to learn the other one, that's fine. That's a very simple dish to have. And I'll change that one to the sea bream. But the reason why I'm keeping these dishes like simple is so that we can mostly focus on this, get the chefs upgraded, get them to the max level, then they can like help me out a lot. I mean, derailing things is awesome. Even when you're not railroading campaign, it creates more elements from what initially you've ended up stumbling on. That was because of Shan. Shan named it "You Butter Believe It," and it just stuck. I don't know why you're saying "excuse me" and Scott is saying "you're what." I don't know if that's like aimed at me and something I've gone on my ramble on, or if it's Waka and being Waka. Why am I not surprised this is a Shan's doing? Yeah, it was Shan's doing. I think we were sitting in a Discord call when I started. I'm upgrading my N. Yes, I'm upgrading my N. Yeah, my balls need upgrading. You know what? Let's go upgrade my balls now. What needs upgrading? Let's work on that. Beef bourguignon is on there, but I need to upgrade my bourguignon. So let's swap you out with that. We're not going to keep that on the menu, but I just want you off there. Oh, we've got clove. Pin that so we can work on it. What else needs an upgrade? Where's my balls? My balls. Upgrade. What have we upgraded my balls to? Individual on the plate. Don't like that. You have to supersize me. I'm on tablet. Be nice to me. No. No, I don't think I will. Maybe I will be nice to you some other day. Maybe I'll be nice to you tonight in Bex's stream. Which, by the way, if you go to Bex's Discord with a link that I do not have again, or subscribe to the Ko-fi, you can jump into their stream tonight as well at 7 o'clock. If they're on time. Maybe 7:05, maybe 7:10, maybe 7:30. We don't know. I mean, if we do that, then everything else will be upgraded too. Crying G-face from Scott. What about my dog? Listen. No. No. Just no, Bex. I refuse to listen. Their Ko-fi is RB Illustration. Same as their username. I'm probably wrong on that. Give them money. They're amazing. We will be there. What bad company you can keep. Yeah, we're Barnacles. We have to be the bad company. Ooh, my muscles need upgrading. I am weak. Upgrade my muscles, please. Apparently we're incorporating cheese into it now. Very French. Ooh, and thin cut crisps. Well, probably potatoes. They're probably not crisps. Casserole. I mean, I'm pressing the wrong button. Anything else that needs an upgrade? I feel like I'm missing my balls. No, I've upgraded my balls. Casserole. Don't know how more complicated this is going to make it. Wait, right. So what we're going to first do is work on the oven roasted sea bream. Score does not matter here, because we have to do it once to learn how to make it. Guys. Yet. You've never been half an hour late yet. I still hold out hope for you. And you're welcome for the promo. I'm not using the links. They'll have to find it through Google themselves. Or unless you want to stick a link in. You have moderation powers. Feel free. Maybe I will sort out my bot to start giving that stuff. Who knows? I'm still sticking to me being just a regular man. Everyone has low standards for chaos and mischief. There's low standards, and then there's that meat and teeth thing that was going on in Bex's Discord, which I found the line. No. Stop. I don't want to seem like I was overtaking your stream. Well, you're not. And that's the link to Bex's Ko-fi. Click it. Enjoy it. Subscribe. Right, so fish. This is a rather large sea bream. It's not to scale, but you wouldn't notice much detailing on it anyway, so I'll give the game developers a pass on that one. Rule 1. If you're squeamish about cutting fish, do not look them in the eyes. However, if you are a chef for quality control, they kind of caught that well with the eyes. There's some shine to it. They're not sunken in. Also, you want a vibrant fish. You want it to still have its natural sea slime being produced, even though the damn thing is dead. Coloration under the gills. Definitely a descaling of it. That's more to scale. Scales won't make your fish bigger. But yeah, no. So we descaled the fish. Onion, tomato, and a lemon. Dicing it. Sure. I believe we're oven baking it. And I'm going to have this rant again. They took the top off, but you never leave the top and the bottom on a tomato. This is for your stock pot. I'm guessing the lemon is for garnish for the way we're cutting it, but if it's used in the cooking process, that is a good cut for it as well. Would you still love me if I was a vibrant fish with the sea slime? Yes. Yes, we would, Bex. As a taste for chaos levels, how do you feel knowing you can drink olive oil, nobody can stop you? Every time you have a salad in a restaurant, you are technically drinking olive oil because olive oil is the base for most vinaigrettes and sauces. So, in a sense, you are drinking olive oil, but the reason it's not being upset in your tongue is because it's being consumed with other things, as well as the acidity from any vinegars. Because at the end of the day, it all ends up as a nice soup within you. I've drunk it, and it's good for your skin, by the way. Yeah, that's why it's also in a lot of Spanish cookery. A lot of stuff they use has oil base. When I went to Benidorm, one of my favorite things was getting a prosciutto sandwich, and it was on nice, fresh cooked, crusty bread. And the bloke would cut it. He would first rub it with a slice of tomato, grab a clove of garlic, rub it on both sides of the bread, and would then drizzle it with olive oil and lightly pat it. The olive oil would serve as the butter, and then the prosciutto. And when I was on holiday there, I was getting up at 7:30, just to walk from my hotel into the old town to his shop as he opened, and his bread was still warm, and then walk all the way back, go to my room, make myself coffee, and sit on my balcony and eat this sandwich for breakfast, even though it was all-inclusive. But my god, that was amazing. If I could have brought that back to England, I would, but eventually I'd run out of sandwiches and I'd cry. All food can be described as pre-soup. Thanks, chef. I mean, yeah. All is pre-soup. I mean, just like a Big Mac is a lasagna. You've lost me there, Walker. The ocean is a soup. Right, so we cut them. We can store them in the fridge. So, base. I think I need my oven on. I also want to find out why my warmers aren't working. Maybe I was trying to do things I shouldn't. Story of my life. So this seems like a simple enough dish at this stage. We do have seasoning. So we'll press the first button just so we get the seasoning menu open. Not enough dried thyme. Cool. So it's sitting on a bed of lemon, so that's the acidity that's getting into the meat. That's going to tenderize it. Same with the tomatoes. It's going to give it a lot of flavor. It's, by the looks of this is more of a Mediterranean style. We'll put bream in the oven at a T3 heat, which we already got on T3. I'm horrible at the basting mechanic on this, so because I normally end up walking away and going off to do something else. So this will be the first time I get the base right. Baste. Whoa, basty, basty, basty. Good work, me. What is pasta made from? If it's Italian pasta, a special kind of wheat flour, water, egg. And it has to be done in a certain way in a bench. You can't just put that shit in a bowl. I see where you're going. I hate it. You're fitting nicely. Thank you, Scott. I aim to be me. In Bex's honor, I'm currently grating cheese for macaroni. I mean, at least you're grating the cheese and not using a carving knife to cut the cheese. Or a bread knife. Based. So in all cases, if a little different made, pasta is bread. I mean, kind of. The only thing that's missing from it is the yeast, giving it a rising agent. But also kind of the technique of raising. Perfecto. They will take this. Oh, they do work. Nice. We take a platey. We take it to the parsi. And we serve it. I mean, if you want to get technical and call it a burger, yeah, it's kind of in the same sort of ballpark, but not the same classification of foods. Especially by today's standards. Pasta is like pasta. But because it was like pasta could be easily dried, it would preserve longer than bread. So it was better to have stored up than baking in a fresh loaf of bread. That's pretty much all it is. It's just a different style of preservation. It was filling. The body would burn through it, so you'd get more nutritional value into your diet. And yeah, it was just healthy. It was easy. It was cheap. It should still be cheap. But to make fresh pasta yourself, it is kind of an art form. Now, more than anything. I'm of the opinion that words are for human communication, so if you have to explain it, then you aren't using the word right. Burgers equal lasagna. I mean, I could give you the burger history lesson. Then we are back to what is a soup if a burger isn't like a lasagna. I mean, normally a soup is something that is blitzed and passed. A broth is something that is cooked and diced. All of them contain a base liquid. Same as ramen. You can technically class ramen as a broth. Your cereal, because it's chunky, is considered a broth. Soup is thin and liquid. Broth is chunky. So when people say the sea is a soup, well, you still have more chunks in it. There's a fat fish there. Technically, it's a broth. But when you say broth, people are like, eh. If you say the sea is a soup, people go, oh, soup. Buh. With the milk added in. I mean, yeah, because your milk would be your base liquid. For a soup, it'd be tomatoes blitzed. Tomato soup, tomato is the base liquid. Base liquid would be for most soups or broths would be whatever you're using as your stock. Chicken, beef, lamb. Rarely a lamb stock round, that's too expensive. Anyway. So, Scott wants to be graced with the history of the beef burger. So, we'll start with the beef burger was an American invention that came out in the 1980s sort of time period. They have their own history that can be traced all the way back to the 1950s. And that's where the beef burger ends. The beef patty was a Mongolian army concept that was done back when Mongolia was invading the world. They would often tuck chunks of mutton underneath the saddle of their horse, so as they're riding, it would flatten and tenderize it. They would then cook this on a fire, consume, job done. That would then transfer over to Germany and Hamburg, where the Hamburg steak was invented. It basically meat sauce. And then from there, it would go over to America, where bread meets meat, meets cheese, meets everything else. Like, that is the history of the beef burger. It's not just, you had me starting off with the burger, but then you've got all these other components which make up also the history to this dish. So realistically, all these separate parts have been around since Mongolia was invading all of Europe. And then Germany further developed it in Hamburg. I think Hamburg is in Germany. It might be in Belgium. I could have my locations wrong there. I'm pretty sure Hamburg, Germany. Yeah, Hamburg, Germany. And from there, immigration to the New World. It then sort of changed and developed from there. You're welcome, Scott. You made the mistake of asking. I don't think it will upset anyone. It'll just be more like lack of understanding of the concepts of what makes this, and the evolution that it's probably taken. I mean, language is constantly evolving and changing. If people go soup and it baselines into soup, oh well. Fine corn is a fruit. I mean, it's not grown on a tree. It's not grown on a bush. But then it is wheat particles. Particles? Seeds. It's going to be a very short stream. I probably have dinner in at 6:30. So depending on what that is, I will probably stream all the way up till 6:50, or if I have to go cook it myself, it'll probably stop around 6:15. Which I have no message of what the hell's going on, so buh. That was half. I thought it said 5:50, so we've still got plenty of time. Right, so we're done sleevering. We've got to do slow marinated beef bourguignon. Cooked ham. Ham is good. So, cubes of beef. Very nice. Have good dinner. Oh, I don't want to be cutting this, but I accidentally pressed X and now I'm cutting it. Alright, history quiz for you, Scott, and nobody helps Scott. What is the natural color of a carrot. No, but that is one of them. You are half right. So carrots naturally, at least in England, were white. We then altered the DNA of carrots to make them orange. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it was the royal family. They were like, oh, a white carrot? Oh, a purple carrot? No, no. But for some reason, it's more acceptable to have an orange carrot than a purple carrot or a white carrot. A weird, weird thing. I gotta marinate that beef? Ooh, I do. We marinated it in the red wine. I need to go grab my clove. Hello, clove. Grab everything. Ah, now this is the good stuff. Now we're marinating it in the red wine. The reason why that's good is because the tannins and the acidity of red wine will actually tenderize the steak and infuse it with more richer flavors as it's left for 24 hours. You'll also find this with Irish stew, where they use Guinness to basically tenderize the mutton. Which apparently was a weird concept when I made it for St. Paddy's Day at work. Or my previous job. Whole clothes. 2-2. People that have never really cooked professionally in their lives going, well, you don't do that. It's like, well, what the fuck do you know? Have you been doing this since the age of 16? No, sit down. Are you Irish? No, sit down. Get out of my kitchen. Walker says they tried to diagnose themselves as parsnips. Yes. Yes, they were. White makes sense considering its family. Buh. Root vegetables. Anything I can do while this is marinated? No, but I get 3 marinated cubes of beef out of this. So for the other one, the expert of meat, this would be a good dish to use for her. This is probably why it was flashing on there before, because marinated. We're only making... I'm going to leave it there in case I do need more. So, pancetta, onions. I didn't grab my pancetta. The important bit. Bacon. Oh, no, it's there. Put the bacon back, AJ. Put the bacon sandwich later. I am a silly. Right, so what's the seasoning and what's the temperatures for this one? It's got to be on a high. So dried thyme, dried rosemary. So 1, 1, 1. So the seasoning requirements have also gone down a bit, probably because you're marinating a red wine. So it's got a lot of rich flavor to it already. Ooh, and you want the lid on the first stage. Very nice. I fell asleep, so now we can continue the show. Basically, if you want a short day of filming, we're just going to marinate this meat. Oh no, we have to go to the next scene. Darn, that's a day off for me. Give it a little stir. You want to remove the lid with the stirring animation. Small onions. Chopped garlic. Because it's French, everything has garlic. It's also rendered down a lot more of the sauce compared to the last variation of the dish we've made. So you also got a lot more richer sauce as well. Nearly borderlining on a consomme. Sweet, sweet. Serve. Excellent. Have good taters. Boil and mash them, put them in a stew. Right, and now my balls. After we, like, clean up from the last dish, I guess. Where'd I put my pan? There's my pan. Yes, Bryce, I'm streaming. Bryce is also a fellow chef and wizard within the chefing, like, industry. Bryce is also an American chef, and I believe he's now an executive head chef of your own place. Not your own place, but, like, you're basically running the place. And Bryce has been around since ancient times, basically. Just as long as Walker, to be fair. But this is also a very short stream, Bryce. Forgot to wrap my meat. A grievous sin. Yes. Good. We like to hear our friends' success stories. Right, veal pork meatballs. Again, probably one that's going to have Girlco upgrade faster. Piss, I probably could have cut some cune meat from that thing. Never mind. I know, we get some pork shoulder already. Never mind, never mind. We are going to take this. We're going to leave it outside. While I make moist bread. Moist bread. There we go, job done. Now I can cut my meat, which is the next step anyway. It's also the anti-G food because it has milk. Remember this, Scott, it will be on the test. And now to mince my meat. By hand, like a common person. Or a bodybuilder, one of the three. Let's get the onions out of the way because that's a 2-stack. Grabs milk notepad, takes notes. Good, good. A filthy stain on my board. Wash it. And now I must grind upon my pork. Probably would have made life easier if you did them as all together. Mix your chunks up, do it in one batch, saves you on a lot of time. Alright, salt and thyme, which I think I have that. Yeah. Where the fuck is my blitzer? There it is. And some dry thyme. Right, cool. Continue your blitzing journey. I suspect the game audio is probably really quiet. Not that you're really missing much, so you have the more overpowering points of my voice. Could be good, could be bad. Your opinion? Eh. We make salt. Alright, source at a high heat, that's, okay. You cover, no season. Interesting. It's a marinara sauce. I'd expect some Italian herb in there, not just basil. Some oregano, or oregano for Bryce. Ah, Scott says life is good. This makes it good for me. Stir the motherfucker. Off comes the lid. Chop garlic and basil. Basil. I don't know, maybe this is like a French-based marinara. Also, we're going to take that off. And we're going to test out that the game hasn't bitched and glitched. It has for that. One pot, one for tins. Maybe they've auto-evolved into two different ones. I don't know. Maybe I actually did place two different ones. Burger and where? Right, and now we roll my balls. Bing bong. One doesn't have a heat preference. Interesting. Add the sauce. I mean, I'd probably rather have the sauce like stage 2. Just because I want more of that browning and that flavor to be at the bottom of the pan before you add the marinara to basically deglaze a little. If you put a meatball on an ice cream cone, how long do you think it would take someone to notice? Depends how well you can make it look like an ice cream. Smell, that would probably be your biggest giveaway. So you'd have to stand there holding it for quite a while. Unless you can smell it from while you're holding it. I don't think anyone will get close enough to try and take a bite of an ice cream or give it a lick. Which then fall into the realm of who the hell is biting ice cream? Oh, fine, be cursed. Gib. But yeah, it would depend. Ooh, we're moving on to elongated plates now. Fancy. Personally, I wouldn't serve that. Sauce, meatball, sure. It still needs something. That's too much of a poncy way of doing it. It looks nice, but looks too little for what I would class as a meal. Might make a good start, to be fair. Alright. Break about 6 health violations there already. But it's a video game and we don't care. I don't have to follow HACCP. Where they break into the stream and be like, no, you still have to do it. Where's your D10? I think I'd count bite ice cream as a red flag on a date. If it's something like Mr. Whippy or a soft serve, yeah. Ball of ice cream, yeah. Ice lolly, you can let him get away with that one a little bit. I do like a little bit of a nibble and then let it melt and get all that flavor. Also, I just want to consume. And then it's the mussels with a cheese sauce. We saved the cheesy one for when Bex isn't here, so we can survive. No, to be fair, it looks like a French camembert. Right, let's get the cursed ingredients. We have got cheese, wine, that crap. And we've got a lot of chopping involved. Man, I wish tomatoes would just fall that way naturally in real life. No, we don't have a potato. But again, I'm out of space. Apparently, inventory is a thing. Stick that on the table, that gets rid of that for me, and we will grab potato. Potato. Wrong board, Kronk. Oh. Using a mandolin like that is a sure way of grating your bloody knuckle. Always do it open palm, curve your fingertips. Sort of decreases the chance of you getting a chunk of hand with your food. Missing a lot of salt, so we give you 2 cranks for now. I wish I had actual chef sense in real life where it just go, yes, more. Go to have a check. Perfecti helps if I finish it. Going to a tier 3 subscriber moment. And then after that we do our cheese sauce. This wants to go nice and quick. Although now I'm looking at it in the pot, it's like, blue cheese. Salt and black pepper. Oh, I don't have my fucking black pepper. Gib. One more of them. 2 more of them. That should hit perfect. Nice. Remove the lid, Kronk. Add that and give it a stir. Nobody wants sticky burnt cheese in their sauce. Actually, Bex probably would. Bryce probably would. Alright, everybody wants burnt bits in their cheese. Crispy cheese. Right, give. No, it's not on the... Insert knife to properly cook. Pretty much all the way at the end. Crisp. Crisp, you little crisps. Crisp. Beans indeed, Scott. But they do not have a refined palate, although I do like a crispy bit of cheese. Right, that'll do. Give. Don't know where you want to go, but we'll put you there. Mussels in blue cheese sauce. I could probably take that way. No, I want my muscles. You know, that thing I don't have in my body. A little bit of parsley does you good. And now we wait. Is that why Barnacle? Because lack muscle? Nah, because I'm a chaos creature. And somebody just threw me at the Barnacle roll and it didn't work out the way they wanted, and thus I was stuck there forever. So I turned it into its own thing, what it is now. A haven for the cursed chaos creatures within Bex's server. And then you all rolled in and ruined it all. I mean, improved it all. Yeah, that's the right one. Yes, yes. We dwell within the walls, within the vents. Possible we're related to a xenomorph. Right, my cold cheese sauce. Because it's a video game, it doesn't matter if it's cold. It's now getting heated up again. Science. Give it a wee stir. And let it do its thing. That's all xenomorphs can say. Titty. And we speak with our little mouths. We never speak with our big mouths. It's also possible that the little mouth is its own entity, to be fair. It's a really high-pitched voice. Titty. Welcome back, Water. Water? Alright, Water. We're going in. We're catching the train. We're getting lost. Why did I just take off the heat? Get back on. Welcome back, Walker. It can't hear the crimes we are developing. But my god, it will feel them. I guess this comes with... Oh, that's a very nice plating, actually. The ketchup and the mayo for you to dunk your crisps in, but if you've got a nice broth that's cheesy, you want to eat the contents and then leave the remainder of the mopping for the chips. Or the crisps, even. Right, and that's all the dishes we have to develop just to set up for tomorrow. So once again, we take what we have, we clean down, package everything. I could have put the main dish actually on there. The only thing that can whistle is the predator. Apparently it has a natural talent for it. I have to clean up one pot just to wrap this other pot. Buh. And then we'll just leave it for the KP in the morning, because screw them. Whee! Oh, might help if I actually sort out the menu, because we do not want to be doing miso ramen. So what have we just made? We want the sea bream. Wait, by breed, my lord. Where is my breed? I could kind of have both of them going at the same time now, so I could probably do 2 fish, 2 meat. The beef bourguignon we know uses marinated... marinated gunk. So I think we want the meatballs on there, because it does pork and veal. Pancetta she's going to get from the beef bourguignon. Wherever the hell that is on here. Was that it? There it is. And that'll do. Imported kitchen. Oh wait, I can leave now. I could go home. It's 5 a.m, but I can go home to start work at 6 a.m. Yay. Day 21 of in the Big Bother house. I've declined a challenge? Gasp. Sliced bamboo shoots. Well, actually, I could have done that last night, to be fair. I just gotta slice them up and throw them out. Burger and where? Turn on everything because we're idiot. And if we burn the place down, it's not my fault. It's your fault. Why'd you let me do this?
What do you need today?
Good question. What do I need today? A mixture of 10. So the last order I basically ordered from.
Order on its way.
And now we wait. Wait. So how are you? How's your morning? Have you had a coffee? Have you had breakfast? You didn't have breakfast? Well, it's going to be a hard morning for you then, because you're going to have to be prepping all this food, cooking all this food. And you have to taste this food. That's right, the tasting is your breakfast. Do not eat it, or I will literally rake you over the coals by your bare ass cheek. Or use you as a piece of cheese on a cheese grater. No. No, I like him soulless as the way they are.
Chef, I've delivered your order.
Thank you, mysterious invisible van. Thanks for the follow, Throaty Mammoths. You know it's throaty, you know it's meaty. Mammoth sausages. A hot dog for you. How are you today, Mammoth? No, I'm not reading throaty sausages. Can't even open a fridge. Placing everything all into one crate. Rustic. Looks nice. However, serious food safety violation. Tell them what they've won, Bryce. I think a lot of restaurant owners would wish for that, which I am glad they aren't getting. A soul? I mean, the only closest thing they get to a soul is a fish. Alright, Cassim, where are you? Where's my staff? We have prep. Our customers always seem to leave really happy. Who knows? Maybe we'll soon be in line for a distinction. That's like the game's stupid way of saying, maybe you'll get a Michelin guest soon. Hi, how are you? Where are you going? Come back here.
What's up? I'm on it.
You're helping with prep.
So, Chef, how are you today?
You, come here. You're helping with prep.
Speak to me.
I said speak to me, not drop your pencil. And what is that notepad doing? Are you okay? Did you turn up drunk this morning? You wouldn't be the first. Contamination, what are you spouting about? There is no count or animation in any of this. Hello, Chef. I haven't been part of a team in such a long time. I'm a little nervous, to be honest. Well, welcome to Potwash. But that feeling will go away once I get to work, because I'm very focused when I'm in the kitchen. Good for you. Have fun in Potwash. When I find you. Why are you in Potwash?
I'm on it, Chef.
Good. Good. Where's the other one?
Chef?
You. You know where you're going. No. Stop. Stop writing on my menu. Get in the Potwash. Stupid animations. Right, 2 fish dishes. Cassim. You can literally just make it straight up to that point. So, make progress in the character story to unlock the next levels. No shit.
That's my speciality.
You're on Seabream duty.
I love working with that ingredient.
You're also on that duty.
Understood, Chef.
I want you to prep my balls 3 times.
No
And then
problem,
actually make the
Chef.
dish because I'm lazy. Any questions? No? Cool. Then I need her to do the beef. And the first one to finish gets to do extra dishes. More work. Right, he's done the sea bream. Can I store this anywhere? I'm not even sure if it's been cooked yet. Well, I have a little arrow, but like I said, I'm not sure it's been cooked yet. So he's prepped it to this way. Has to go in the fridge. Excellent. Nice. Good work, Cassim. You've not disappointed me yet. Spoiler warning, it's coming. Right, where's the other bloco?
Engine is 80
What she say? What she say? Cool, 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 cool. Nice, 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 nice. Right, we'll keep them under the hot lights. He's already doing pot wash. Good for you. I hope you enjoy it there. That's your home for the next couple of services. And Cassium is the winner. Good job, my guy. Balls.
What you did with your last dish was so good. You're killing it.
Yeah? If you don't finish in the next 15 minutes, I'll kill you.
Everything okay?
Alright, congratulations. You win that. The rest of you get to go pot wash. Yay, pot wash. I mean, I probably could have made it just do that at the straight end, but you need to do it 3 times. But that'll count for a third. Finishes the dish. Job done. She needs to learn to... Why is that upgraded? Why are we still doing classic beef bourguignon? Sussy Baka. Chef, a few chefs from some other restaurants and I organized a friendly cook competition. But I messed up the dates and the competition is today. Do you mind if I still go? What do you think, chat? Shall we let one of the chef de parties go to a competition they stupidly forgot the dates of? Or shall we tell them, no, you're staying here? What do you think? The chef answer is tough shit, you would stay here. Punished with pots. So you're voting to put her in the pot wash. But that means she'll stay here. She won't attend a cooking competition. Anybody else? Anyone else want to cast their judgment upon Adele? Wait for stream to catch up. No? Well, Scott has made the decision. We're moving in. I'm pressing. They're staying here and they're being put on pot wash. Understood, chef. Guess I'll have to forfeit. Yeah, get your dates right. Once you've made them, you're going on pot wash. Congratulations. A swift punishment.
Nice menu, chef. Hello, chef.
You.
Noted, chef.
Prep time. What can you do? Impress me. Absolutely nothing on these dishes, but that's fine. I think I need to max out Kasim just so he can make that for the last bit of his story. No, nothing he can make. So, I will get you to make
Got it, chef.
the beef. Although it says marinated in wine, so... You know what? You can both do it. Compete. Compete for my affection.
I'm going to prep this like never before, chef.
I would hope so. And then you're going on pot wash. Excellent balls. Delicious. However, it's at a C grade. The meat is good. The sauce is good. The rest of it, not so good. Great disappointment. Also, in a real kitchen, we wouldn't leave those under the hot lights because they would go dry and ugh. Because it's a video game, again, we don't care. Before you become a good chef, you have to be a good employee. Time management, get on them pots. Correct. Timing is everything when you're in a kitchen.
I started watching a new series yesterday. Couldn't stop laughing, but I won't give you any spoilers. Don't worry.
I've never heard these voice lines come out of them before. Maybe she watched the Fallout series. Maybe she has good taste. Either way, pots. Oh, you're done with your task? Pots. By me. Right, an A-grade beef bourguignon. I don't know who made it, but good job. Another A-star beef bourguignon. Both my children have impressed me today. However, hot wash. Kasim can be in charge. Alright, that's all sorted, that's all sorted, that's all sorted. This does feel very easy because we are running on a 3-item menu to try and upgrade Chef. And let's see. Ah, there we be. Complete 3 services with a menu theme of comfort food. Menu theme of seafood. Well, I'm definitely going to tackle those last, because once we get seafood, we basically want to be running a menu with Kasim mostly in the kitchen. And then we'll have her mostly in the kitchen. Then, does he have to be in my grace? Just creating a theme menu linked to the boat race. So you create an autumn themed menu. Comfort food. There's going to be a lot of soups. I feel like a lot of soups. I like how soulless this game also is with nothing going on in an actual restaurant. And wait, good taste for the Fallout series, game or show? Both. I mean, there's like one aspect of the show which I didn't like, but realistically, for anything that's a game adaptation, they blew it out of the park. Especially when you're our age, and we've seen a lot of the game adaptations, and a lot of failed game adaptations. I can't wait to get into my comfy chair and take a nap. Why would you ruin this for me? Hi, Chef. How's it going? Is everything running smoothly? It's tricky to focus on one task at a time when there's so much to do. Here's an idea. Why don't you try focusing on the quality of service you offer? If you succeed in doing this, I'll tell all my customers about your restaurant. It would give you a nice boost. Think about it. It's totally not Gordon Ramsay inserted into a video game. Michelin Guide and coming restaurant. Chef Hippolyte is convinced your restaurant has potential to be featured in the Michelin Guide. Attract the attention of the Michelin Guide. Basically, do exactly what you're doing and get more popular. Comfy chair. Heard a lot about the show, mainly how it changes a lot of things and many strange choices was made, so I guess I'll need to experience it at some point. I would definitely, yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. 100% worth a watch. It does place some canonization for the ending to Fallout 4. But they have handled the lore very well. And I guess the only thing that upsets me is they've taken a story point and they're going to run with it for the show rather than a story point which I feel should have been incorporated in the games, and we should be tackling that point as a player. Is it going to twist it and completely change my opinion for Season 2 and going forward? Very likely. But we are now ready for service. Everything is prepped. Everyone is ready. My 3 children are standing there in attention, ready for my blessings. We have unlocked the first areas of restaurant cuisine. We will be unlocking some of the secondaries soon. I don't feel like the kids are ready for us to come out of this comfort zone based on their pings. I mean, one of them wants to make spaghetti and they're an expert on meat. Weird for them. But then we'll soon be moving on to this part of our cuisine unlock. And then we'll finish on the highest of gastronomic cuisine. Which is where all the fancy stuff really starts getting off. These little special bits, they're more to do with we complete Kasim's story. I'm guessing, based on the badge, that's what he's aiming for. That's his endgame. Adele. White bean and bacon casserole. It's not bad. French-style dishes. These are based off the DLC. We've got pizzas. I've already learned a few. We've got Japanese cuisine from the recent DLC. Which I think will be the end point. Once we've unlocked everything else, we'll start rolling into making a Japanese cuisine primary restaurant. Unless a objective says something. Kasim's done some nice little extras. We're not doing a traditional Japanese curry. The favorite recipe daytime delivery can sit on it. It's nearly 6:20. So, by the looks of it, I've got to sort out my own tea tonight, so I am going to wrap everything up there. So let's put on some little fancy music while we close our lives down. No, that's my